Hi, welcome to QLaunch tutorial. This tutorial will be about getting started and about upgrading the QLaunch toolbar. I have already downloaded the latest version from the internet, so we are ready to start. Just double click on the installation file, and then here in the first window just click Next. Here we have the license agreement, and this one you should of course read before you accept. When you have accepted, you click Next, and you will be asked if you want to create a desktop icon. I don't want to, so I just click Next, and then the installer tells us that it is ready to install. And if you will note that I already have installed a lot of toolbars, so this is actually an upgrade for me, but it's the same procedure when you install it as a new user. And you will see that the toolbars will be closed automatically, and it will only take a few seconds to install. I click Install, and now it's finished. It's very fast. And now the installer asks us if we want to restart QLaunch, or if it's a new installation, if you want to start the new toolbar dialog. And I prefer to do it that way, so I just click Finish. And this is in fact all there is to it. So let's get started creating a new toolbar. In order to do so, I can go to one of the toolbars I already have, and I can right click. This way I get the main pop-up menu, and there I can choose New Toolbar. Or I can go to the Start menu, and I can click the QLaunch program. Both ways gives me the same New Toolbar dialog. This dialog comes in two versions. There is the simple one, as we see it now, and there is the advanced one. In the advanced one, we can change the locations of where the shortcuts, and we can change the location for the new toolbar folder. There is no need to do that. If you don't know you have such a need, you don't need to do it. In the simple dialog, we just have to provide a name, and in this case it's demo. And we have to provide a location for the toolbar. As you can see, I have toolbars all the way around, but that's not a problem, because QLaunch can easily have two toolbars, even three toolbars at the same edge. So I will put an extra one over here at the left side. This toolbar here is already activated at the first half, so I will choose the second half for this toolbar. And this gives QLaunch enough information to create a new toolbar. You can see the green button is activated, so let's create it. Here we have the new toolbar on top of the other one, and with my settings we can see it through. So I will start by making the existing one auto hide, and for that I activate it. I right click and I choose auto hide, and then I click the desktop, and now it's gone. Okay, adding buttons. There are basically two ways. One is using the drag and drop, and the other is using the add button dialogs. The add button dialogs you find here in the main menu: add program button, add web button, and add tool button. Add tool button we will take at the end of this tutorial. But for now we will use drag and drop. I would like to start by showing you that you can actually drag and drop here from the start menu directly. We can just take a Safari browser here and drop it on the toolbar, and you will see it's right there. We don't need a Safari browser right now, so we will delete this one again, and you will see that you get this message box asking you if you really want to delete it. And this time we say no, because I want to show you that if you hold down the Shift key, you do not get this question. So now for adding buttons. I have put some shortcuts here on the desktop, and we can start by taking them here from an end. First the computer, then the C drive, the D drive, and the CD-ROM. That takes a little longer. Yep, so it's there. And then the network and the documents, and at last the control panel here. This is sort of the system, so we will add a space here, and then we can take the rest here. We add this one also, and we can add them all at once, like that. This is how easy it is to add buttons to the QLaunch toolbar. I would like to show you that it is just as easy to add web buttons. I right click on the toolbar here because I would like to move it to the top edge. That is easier when we are going to drag from the address line in a browser. And then I open the browser, and here is the address line in the browser, and we drag it from the icon over here, and we drag it to the QLaunch toolbar here. And you will see the icon changed after a little bit. That is because QLaunch could find a good icon on the internet, on the website. If there is no icon on the website, the browser icon will be used instead. This is how easy it is to add a web button. Now I just need to show you how to add a tool button. For that we have to use the dialogs. So we choose here Add Tool Button, and in here we can see a list of the tools that comes with QLaunch at the moment. I believe it's 13. And you can see for each there is a little description, and you can see the lines down here are changing because there's a little difference in settings. Some of them need a folder to work, but there will be other tutorials about that. This time we just choose web image, and we choose create. This is a little image shrinker that will help us shrink images so they are much easier to send by mail or to upload them to forums. And I will pick a cat here, 4.5 megabyte, 8 megapixel. That's a huge image. You see, just drop it. Now it's only 51 kilobyte, and we can sharpen and make it smaller or bigger. This is 900 pixel wide now. So that's all. One last thing though, I'll just show you how to move the buttons, and you hold down Control on the keyboard and then you can drag the buttons to a new position. Quite easy. That's all. Thank you for listening.